on Saturday the 10th of September. It's time for the men across the Division 1 finalists to go at it right here at Tormore Reserve in Baronia. First up, it's East Ringwood and Montrose to do battle in the Under-19s Grand Final, set to get underway just after 9:45. My name is John O'Van. It's a pleasure to have your company. Alongside me is a man who'll be on the boundary this afternoon for the senior game, but he's doubling up and he does a fairly good job at calling as well, and his name is Scott Hardy. Good morning to you.
G'day, Jono. Thank you very much for that kind introduction. And yes, I am on the boundary later this afternoon, and the rain's been coming down well and truly overnight. I think I heard about 8 to 9 mils. The ground here is soaked, so should be some messy and hard in under footy.
It is a little bit plastic underfoot, I have to say. Like your foot sort of digs into the turf in a number of ways, and yeah, it does look pretty soaked out there. But luckily, this ground drains pretty well, and the super sop has been out. You know, those rollers, they've been out. The Baronia Footy Club ground staff have done a very good job at doing this. We're going to have a look at the form guide probably in a moment as the umpires get set for the national anthem and acknowledgement of country. But if we just have a look at this, it's first versus second. Of course, the Montrose Demons finished first. I often talk about form and how much it matters into a grand final. 1v2, does it matter at all, especially under the circumstances, Scott?
Well, I think it matters because the first side has sort of really fallen away in finals, and you only have to look back to semi-final number 2, where East Ringwood got an easy victory, 13-7, 85 to 6-3, 39. So Montrose will really need to sort of turn that around and find that form. Earlier in the year as well, in the regular season, in round 10, East Ringwood had the win as well, 8-7, 55 to 6-6, 42. So they've got a little bit of the stick on Montrose, and Montrose will sort of have to bounce back from sort of what's been a slightly bumpy final series.
It's going to be a tough one. I mean, in a similar way, you look at Mulgrave, who played tomorrow morning. They got belted in a number of ways by their opposition, of course, and well, it's going to be interesting to see how they go. But yeah, Montrose in a similar position. I think maybe they might be able to pull off an upset.
Oh, look, I'm backing East Ringwood for this one. I think the only thing for Montrose is the weather and like I said, the ground conditions. I think Montrose are struggling sort of to find probably the goal scorers. I think you look at sort of Cameron Isbell. He's their main leading goal scorer, scoring 41 goals. It's
a lot.
It is, and if East Ringwood can shut him down, I think then Montrose sort of struggle to find where that scoring sort of come from. They've got Chamberlain then followed
just under half that with 23. So, well, we're almost set to go here for the pre-game ceremony. So we're going to go down to ground level to the Master of Ceremonies as we get set to go here at Tormore Reserve for Division 1 Grand Final day, thanks to Eastland.
Between East Ringwood and Montrose. We begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. We extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Would you now please be upstanding and join with the players, coaches and the umpires for the Australian National Anthem.
Another pre-game ceremony done and dusted as we get set to go for Division 1 Grand Final day. First up, it's the under-19s. And the first outing for the men in blue and white in East Ringwood. Can they go 2 from 2?
Oh, look, it's going to be an interesting day. It's building to what's going to be a great crowd. Hopefully the rain sort of holds off and people can come down and enjoy some good football. Again, if anything from last weekend's final actions, anything to go by, then we should be in for a real treat today.
I think so too. And, well, the clouds, they describe a bit of a gloomy day here, a Saturday morning. An interesting start to spring here in Melbourne. Well, hopefully, I mean, you know, because last week and the week before, the weather was fantastic, and the footy gods didn't really like us too much this morning, did they?
No, it's sort of it's held off so at the moment. So hopefully the rain does stay away. But at least you can see the hills here from Tormore Reserve. But like I said, it's sort of looking around in the pockets, especially it's very wet. So it's going to be slippery footy. It's really coming down to a side that who's going to make the least mistakes in a grand final. So I think at least for East Ringwood, you know, they've got sort of scoring options as we've sort of spoken about. It'll be basically sort of an in and under contest sort of right from the get-go, and then we'll see, hopefully opens up for a bit of free-flowing footy.
Well, we're almost set to go here for Division 1 Grand Final day. The first of 3 matches here at Tormore Reserve in Baronia. The umpire will hold the ball up very shortly. Just checking the 5-6-5, well, the 6-6-6. I'm used to saying 5-6-5 all season, having come from plenty of women's footy broadcasts throughout the year, but we're getting set to go. And to get us underway, Scott Hardy, let's do it.
Thanks, Jono. Centre of the bounce, both rucks go up at the contest. Montrose player taps it down, but East Ringwood clearing it out to the commentary side of the wing. East Ringwood going to the left of screen, Montrose to the right. A strong tackle there by O'Brien, and East Ringwood looking at pushing it forward into the forward line, but Montrose clearing it out of the back pocket down to meant to play. Meant to play pushes it out to the wing. A big tackle here, and packed forms on it. The umpire sort of keeps going, but out of bounds there for the throw in on the commentary side, just outside the forward 50, Jono.
Callum Copeland sees it over. We'll have a ball up just to the left of true centre wing. Montrose ruck flew, but couldn't quite as Chillican gets it. Montrose to the centre of the ground. Great small from the defender. Picking it up, or leaving it behind there was Griffiths for East Ringwood. As there's a bit of a tussle in the centre of the ground, and we have the first free kick of the day holding the ball. Inside 50 now, go East Ringwood. Only as far as that Montrose defender, they move it out on the outer side. Mark's taken. Assessing his options as they continue to move it down. But East Ringwood try and turn it over only as far as the man just on the boundary there. Tackle was laid. Montrose going inside 50 now. Bouncing ball. Almost had it. Did Chamberlain. But the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a kick, or is it?
That'll be a ball up, I think.
So that man there, that Montrose player, was a bit confused, but we are going to have a boundary ball up.
Yeah. So both rucks back at the contest. Either team yet to score. East Ringwood in the back pocket, slides onto the ball. A tackle applied, drops the ball. Umpire still yet to blow the whistle and letting the players play with some free play. It's going to be a ball up here. In Montrose forward line. Tap down there by Howes. Howes out to the pocket there. Montrose hands into the inside. Snap around the body. East Ringwood player in front in Nicholson. Nicholson spoils it. Still out in their pocket. Both teams fighting for it now. East Ringwood clear, but there might be a free kick, or it's just gone out of bounds. I'm just waiting to see what the umpire does. I think it's going to be a ball up. Yeah, ball up.
Ball up all the way down there. As sometimes a kick out of the way can just chew a few seconds off the clock. Of course, there's a bit of time on towards the end of the third and fourth quarters, if I'm not mistaken. Up goes the ball. Great tap down there by Chillican again. But it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll have another ball up.
It's been scrappy footy so far, but you expect that with the weather, Jono.
Up it goes. Slapped down there by the East Ringwood ruck. Players converge, just trying to find a way out. Clever little hat kick off the ground there by Coppin, I think it was. The free kick's been paid in the way of, I think it's an East Ringwood free kick. No, it's not. It's a ball, or is it?
No, another ball up.
Saw a hand out.
Yeah,
Might have been a ball up right in front of the car sales logo there. Players scrap trying to find a way out. Markich Smith involved in there for East Ringwood. The scrap continues. Great tackle there by Meant to Play. Great pressure. He's out the back though. Might be able to get the ball. He does. Clever little hat kick out of the way to another pack of players. Oh, look out. Shot on goal from Chamberlain. It's just slightly wide, and it's going to be the first score of the day. Montrose 1, East Ringwood 0.
Yeah, it's taken 4 minutes for that first score, and only the minor. So East Ringwood looking at clearing out with Nicholson on kick-in duties. He kicks it out to the far side. Really good kick outside the 50. Montrose, they get the ball on the crumb. Tackle applied to East Ringwood there on McLean, and it's rolled out of bounds. So now we're going to get another throw up. For people watching, obviously under 19s, there's no sort of throw-ins. It's all just a ball up is the way they sort of keep their footy rolling in the 19s. So both rucks at it. Montrose hands off, kicks it forward just off the ground. There's probably going to be a little bit of that today with the wet conditions again, just trying to get it forward at all costs, but it looks to be out on the full, and East Ringwood have got it now, Jono.
They do indeed. For way outside, although no one can take the mark on the outer side. Still inside the 50. Has converged. That Montrose player tried to get it out, but umpire has picked out a free kick going the way of the men in blue and white on the outer side. The kick is not great. It's marked by White, who sends it back inside 50. Players fly. Oh, gee, that East Ringwood player copped it in the back. Umpire said nothing doing. Kick was attempted, and now they're out, East Ringwood, to a one-on-one contest. It's going to be a foot race, a bit of soccer on your Saturday morning. The tackle was laid there
by O'Brien.
By O'Brien on number 32. We don't have on our team sheet.
I think it was 42. I think it was Somerton, because he's on the mark. So they've
Somerton Cartledge.
They've won the free kick.
There we go. Somerton Cartledge is on the mark. I saw the number 3 and was completely dreaming. Big fly, massive fly there from McLean. Couldn't quite. And then Somerton Cartledge collects the footy after he couldn't quite take the mark, and he sends it one down the line out in the full. So pressured well by his opponent there.
How's the
and East Ringwood are going to bring it in.
How's the boots on Wharton? Look at him, number 24. He's got the greens there, so we'll be easily be able to pick him out. And he goes up for the mark as on cue. So there's green boots you can't miss. And Montrose have got possession on the commentary side here. That's a kick from Lawrence into the forward line, but East Ringwood playing in front, and a really good mark there by Nicholson sliding into the contest. Nicholson's on their back line, kicks it far out, but this might go out of bounds, and it is, and it's a free kick to Montrose there.
It's interesting, the out and the full signal was made, but I'm pretty sure it bounced inside the line.
It did, but I think it must be last touch on there for the 19s. And
wrong signal. Then Lawrence sends it in, gets it off to a teammate, Meant to Play. Mark was almost taken at the teeth of goal. There's going to be a boundary throw into the right-hand goal post. And Montrose might just have the upper hand for the moment as we tick over, or tick just under 8 minutes gone in the first term. But he goes up. Montrose ruck left it behind. Still got a bit of work to do though. Dispossessed there was Isbell, proven goal kicker. Isbell picks up the footy and has missed everything to the left side this time. Scott Hardy.
Yeah, out on the full, and it's a very slow start to both teams in a final. Montrose only the one behind, and that's the only score thus far. As we say, we played 8 minutes 30 in East Ringwood, kicking it out of their back pocket. Good mark. Taken there by, I'm just trying to see, I think it looked to be Llewellyn. Yeah, and Llewellyn's got it just outside the Montrose forward 50. He looks to the centre. They've got a 2-on-1, but a good spoil by Montrose. Down towards the player of Montrose, but who didn't have it, got tackled, but no free. Still play on. A tussle around there. Both teams going in and under. Good tackling pressure by Montrose. They're going to try and get it back in their 50 line, but East Ringwood have got numbers down there. Markich Smith with the ball pushes it to the hands, but then Montrose clear it. Good tackle applied to the Montrose player, and the umpire's going to say that's mine, and I'll have the ball up.
In front of a similar spot there from a couple of minutes ago, adjacent to the Eastland logo, of course. Up goes the football. Rucks go at it. Someone in Cartledge leaving it behind once again, but we'll have another ball up and he'll have the chance to try and slap it out and just gain some metres for the men in red and blue. Yeah, he's got that opportunity. In fact, he's got a lot of open space.
Stacks on again.
Stacks on, indeed. We're going to have a...
It's going to be a free, free kick.
Must have been in the back, so Montrose have a free kick. And this will be a shot on goal, you'd reckon. So, just on the edge of the paint. Is that man there? He comes in. The kick is on its way. And they've got their first of the day, the Montrose Demons. The first goal of the day to that man there. Did you see a number there, Scott?
Yeah, I think it was meant to play number 15 there. So good goal by him to start the account, and that takes it to Montrose 1 goal, 1 behind 7 to East Ringwood yet to score, and we've played 10 minutes into the first quarter down here at Tormore Reserve.
So this is the best possible start for the D's. First goal of the day, just ticking over the halfway point in this first term.
Both racks at the ball as the umpire throws it up. Change of the rack. Jones has gone into the centre now. Montrose get up forward, pushing through. Good take by the Montrose player in the forward 50. Montrose with hands back down towards Lawrence. Lawrence kicks it into the pocket, but well and truly wide. And it's going to be a East Ringwood kick, as was the last touch there by Montrose.
Looking for Jenkins there, but the target went all right as East Ringwood sends it down. Pack of players converge. Almost took the mark there. Did Jones again, the replacement ruckman. Summon and Cartledge also getting involved as East Ringwood get the clearance. Slipped over, did Beardsley Allen. Another one of the hyphens out there today for the Tros. But it's East Ringwood at the moment, on the outer side of the ground. Assessing his options, then immediately dispossessed was Copeland. Wrapped up, holding the ball, and fair enough too. Top of the 50 are the D's. Inside now, as a pack forms. Mark was taken by no one in particular. Defensive effort's got to be put on by Markich Smith. As they go to the opposite side of the ground, East Ringwood. Only as far as one of them was Darcy Laurie. Tackle there was laid by Smith on his opponent for East Ringwood, and we're going to have another ball up here. As Ruck's conversion will go at it again.
Llewellyn up for the contest for East Ringwood. Taps it forward, but only as far as Somerton. Somerton pushes it forward. But East Ringwood look for numbers here in clearing out, but Gleeson applied under pressure and tackle and forced over the boundary line. So it'll be a ball up in Montrose forward pocket.
Can only hope the sun comes out today, but it doesn't look like it will.
Not at this stage, John. It's still gloomy conditions, and you can see the players sort of struggling. There goes forward for Montrose. That's, again, we called him at Somerton Cartledge. He's around it at the moment, but the ball goes wide into the pocket. Montrose players trying to get there, but East Ringwood now clear it out, just bombing it forward. But I'd say it's going to be coming back with Frith. Frith pushes it forward, and another nice mark there for Montrose. That's
Somerton Cartledge again. Now, I've just noticed there's a bloke out there in a water runner's bib. He usually wears the number 28 for Montrose, and his name is Blake Tennant, a man synonymous, of course, with the Eastern Football League media team, Eastern Football Netball League media team. So he's running the waters today. Somerton Cartledge comes in with the kick. It's unfortunately off hands and one behind. So Montrose doing all of the scoring at the moment. It's 8-0 in favour of the Demons.
Yeah, East Ringwood struggling to get it past their halfway mark, basically. They've played a lot of their footy in Montrose forward half here. So they'll be looking to clear out and try and find some numbers as East Ringwood kick it out to the far side to Fitzgerald, who takes a mark, just kicks in hope to a big pack contest. Both teams go at it, and it goes boundary throw up over on the far side. So going to test the eyes from the commentary box over here, as waiting for the umpire to throw it up. He's in no rush to get the ball up. He likes to take a bit of time when it goes boundary throw.
Tennant's everywhere at the moment. Look at him. He's following the play.
He's up, and East Ringwood sort of pushing it towards the player. Just again another kick in hope, but Montrose get it and they push it back into their forward line. A good mark taken there by Markic Smith for East Ringwood. So assessing his options, just holding it up, looks for the spare player, but kicks straight into the Montrose player of Chamberlain. Chamberlain wrecks it, spoils it, pushes it forward. In again, coming into Montrose forward line. East Ringwood again clearing it out, but it's about to come back in with Montrose. Laurie looks for the player, lowers the eyes. It's touched by the Montrose player, couldn't take the mark clean. East Ringwood out here, but a good tackle by Montrose. 2-on-1 contest, but the East Ringwood player, he did all right. He applies a good tackle there. That was for Olsen. Montrose slips over again, really went underfoot, and that ball's going to go out. He was unlucky there, Lawrence. He was on, but his boots just let him down, and he slipped over, and it's a boundary throw up.
So both teams with the defensive style of play today in overcast / rainy conditions, as the umpire comes in massively to ball this one in. At least it looks like that on the TV. So Barracks gets involved there for East Ringwood, but we're going to get another ball up.
Yeah, ball in, ball up. We'll work it out. It throws you a little bit.
I had another name for it, but I don't know how many people have a basketball background out here, so I can't really say basketball background ball up as I did previously in previous games.
It does make sense though. It's in that same vein. There's East Ringwood looking to clear out, but Montrose still got numbers around it. Just hands and a lot of tackle forward pressure. There's going to be a free kick awarded it's over the shoulder. It's to Montrose. Montrose free kick. I'm just trying to get the player there. Just see once he gets the ball in his hand, he's probably going to have a shot at goal. He's got the free kick just inside the forward 50 arc as he's tying his boots.
It's Redmond.
Is it Redmond, is it?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yep. There
Jake
it is, Redmond. Yep. The number 77. So he slowly makes it, not a big run up. He gives it a kick with the left, but it's going to fall short. Players converge on it. Good spoil by East Ringwood. They've got numbers to back it up. Now they look to clear down out towards Olsen. Olsen gets spoiled, but Montrose got players around it. Olsen just jumps on the ball. I reckon the umpire will pay this. Yeah, and he does. He dragged it back in, unfortunately. So Montrose free kick, and it's going to be coming the way of Coppin. Was Laurie. Sorry, it looked like a good strong mark by the East Ringwood player there, and that was Clinton. I'll get that one. What would he say?
Chillican.
That's it. We worked on that one. It's going to test us today. So East Ringwood looked to clear out. Free kick awarded to East Ringwood just over the shoulder. That was on Ballo. So Ballo looking forward finally for East Ringwood to get it past the halfway mark. But good spoil now into East Ringwood's forward half. It's a foot race. There's a player with some good pace. O'Brien picks it up and he spills it. So
O'Brien,
pushed it. Yeah, O'Brien just forced it over the boundary. It was a foot race. He had some really good pace to him, but just couldn't grab it. Obviously, again, wet conditions, slippery footy, and we're going to get a ball up in East Ringwood's forward pocket.
So the first real foray inside 50 for the blue and white team. So here we go. It was made by Llewellyn. But it's only as far as the boundary line, and we'll go through it. We'll go and do it all again.
The clock's running down. We're at 18 minutes 30 now.
So Llewellyn getting involved. Oh, clever little hat kick off the ground. Wasn't, well, in mid-air, I should say, wasn't that great. Umpires picked out a free kick.
Yeah, they're spotting the ball. Wharton tackled and just absolutely dropped it. Good tackle there by East Ringwood.
So here's a chance for O'Brien, who sent them, who had a bit of an involvement in the entry inside 54 for East Ringwood.
Yeah, they need this goal.
Here's O'Brien, Connor O'Brien. As the rain comes down here at Tormore, kicks on its way, just snuck in there. And they have the first. There's 2 points in it on the stroke of quarter time. East Ringwood 1 straight 6, trail Montrose 1-2-8. We're probably not going to have any more play in the first term as the rain really comes down here at Tormore Reserve here in Baronia.
Yeah, bring your umbrella. They are allowed at this ground. And
game presentations, which is going to be great, but advice I've been given is just put on your hoodie, I reckon. And anyway, that's quarter time here at Tormore Reserve in the first game of the day here in Eastland Division 1 Grand Final day, the under-19s between Montrose and East Ringwood. We'll be back with the goal kickers and a lot more after this short break here at quarter time.
Any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Do the things respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, because remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
I think you've seen the clear style of play that they want to do. They want to keep the ball out of Donny East's hands.
Croydon are on the Eastland scoreboard, 12 minutes into this grand final. Constantino, there was an absolute corker as well. Shalakis dropped what he should have taken. Handball over the top and beautifully done there. Jimmy Locke was in position A just to take a gimme. Doncaster East on the long ball, and Constantino nearly juggles his way to a mark under pressure.
Nice.
Who was standing at the top of the goal square. It fell Croydon's way. Beccarelli took the handbars and kicked the goal. 3 goals to 2. They try to knock it forward from that contest. Whitley runs onto it, hand passes over the top. Shalakis, he's been in a lot. He kicks it towards Gordon. What a pass! It was right in front of his eyes, and he just had to put his hands in the ways. 21 goals this year. He's a great marker when the pressure's on Doncaster East, and from point blank range, he puts it through the middle, and that's a good break for Doncaster East before quarter time. They're 4
across the ground. Has picked up quite a bit to probably about 2 goals.
Comes out to Phil, and who sets sail the goal from 50 metres. If you do not mind, it was a late inclusion into the side. The guy hasn't eaten it. As Lynch claims it out of the middle, gets it back to the centre circle. Croydon got some runners. Britton's on the end of it. He charges inside 50 with his kick. Underneath it is beautiful mark to Clark. 2 grabs at it. No spoil came in.
That's in there. Got the handball away. They're under pressure. Phelan was in their hands and knees. Managed to get up. Managed to get around. Oh, he couldn't put it through. He was already the clubhouse leader. He would have been straight.
On boundary side said it's probably a 2-goal advantage.
Welcome back to Division 1
and there is the
Grand
siren.
Final
It's
day.
quarter time in Division 1 Grand Final for 2019. Doncaster East lead 5-4-34.
Matty Wilkins.
And it's the first game of the day. East Ringwood and Montrose. Goal kickers so far for Montrose is just meant to play, and for East Ringwood it is O'Brien. So it's neck and neck as the conditions are less than favourable. John O'Ven and Scott Hardy with you this morning. And how does the game break open? Can the game break open a bit, Scott?
Oh, I don't know if we can at the moment with the rain sort of falling. The ground is definitely slippery underfoot, because we've seen a number of players sort of go down and not be able to sort of make clean possession. And really, it's been just in Montrose half for the majority of the game, probably 80% so far. East Ringwood did well to get that goal at the last few seconds, and Montrose will be a bit disappointed with that. But look, East Ringwood had to get it in their forward line at some stage, because they were peppering around. They just couldn't get it past halfway. So look, I think hopefully East Ringwood can sort of at that quarter break find a little bit of discussion point, look for possibly a little bit more open space for players to present. And yeah, at the moment Montrose are doing really well. I said at the start I thought East Ringwood would come out sort of firing, but it's really been just a real slug match at the moment. So hopefully we can see some nice footy in the second quarter, Johnny.
So Montrose had the ideal start with respect to the conditions, and it's up to them to now replicate that for longer than just maybe 5 or 10 minutes as the case has been for the start of this match. But players almost ready to go. The huddles have been broken.
It's just clear.
Players will be in position.
Just a few stragglers in the Montrose sort of corner of supporters. They're going up to all corners of the ground, and it's still a nice healthy crowd, especially off to the left of screen. So again, please do, if you're thinking about what to do for your Saturday coming down, it's going to be a great contest throughout the day.
Especially if you're an East Ringwood fan, you've got one more game after this, of course, the senior game in the Division 1 Eastland Grand Final here at Tormore Reserve. Umpire just waits as we're ready to go here. 6-6-6 is in position. Umpire gives the nod and will get set to go, one would think. Umpire holds the Eastland branded Sharon aloft and will get underway for the second term. Rucks go at it. Great tap down there by Chillican. But it's the Montrose Rover to send it inside 50 very early in the piece here in the second quarter. Great spoil there by the East Ringwood defender. Barracks gets in hard. They work it to Montrose through Summit and Cartledge. They go to the teeth of goal. Mark was almost taken. Players collide with the post. Ball still remains in. Kick is good there from the Montrose forward. I think it might have been Smith. Yes, it was. The number 61, Jai Smith, has got the first of the second term. He just bustled his way out perfectly, and that's great wet weather football from the number 61 there. Some thoughts from Scott Hardy.
Yeah, you've definitely got to get that footy just moving and give it every opportunity. Look, at the moment, Montrose just need to get the scores on the board to apply that pressure to East Ringwood, who have been battling sort of for that first quarter and not the start that East Ringwood want. Umpire balls it up. Chillican taps it down, but only as far as Montrose player, and he applies a tackle. It spills out, but the umpire's going to say that's my ball, so we'll basically start where we started.
Reece White just burying his head under the football under his opponent and the footy there.
Tap down to East Ringwood. There's going to be a free kick. I didn't see what we saw, possibly for holding, but it's towards it's for the Montrose player. So he kicks it in towards the forward line. Players go up at the ball there. Another good spoil by East Ringwood, but it only goes as far as Beasley. Beasley sort of gets tackled, hands it off, but it goes to the East Ringwood player. Younger on the wing, got tackled. That's dropping the ball, umpire, and yep, he pays that. So good tackle by Montrose. They look to play on quick, and they do. Low penetrating kick towards Montrose forward line. Player drops and gets a high tackle, so it's going to be a free kick for Montrose. And
Chamberlain has it.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Jono.
It was sort of Joel Selwood-esque, but to be honest, he was already on the ground anyway, so
again, you have to give a
justified free kick.
Yeah, a bit of room in wet weather conditions as well. Players generally aren't going to sort of stay their feet as well.
Chamberlain has a shot here to bring the margin to 2 points if he kicks a maximum. It's a long kick. It is just to the right for one behind. So the margin is just 9 now. East Ringwood 1 straight 6 to 2-3-15 Montrose. And by the way, when I said that, I thought it was an East Ringwood player for a second. What was going on there in the brain department? It's Saturday morning. Good morning, everybody.
The margin wasn't going down to 2 points, so it was going to get further out. But East Ringwood have cleared it out into the to the far side wing, but it went out of bounds. So the umpire now throws it up. Chilican taps it down, but Montrose players dive on the ball, and it's going to be another ball up. This is going to be a theme of this first half, I would say, until it sort of dries out. So umpire throws out in front of the crowd there on the wing. Both Montrose and East Ringwood players go at it again. Strong tackle there applied, but Chamberlain tries to hands out. He does, but only as far. Oh, that's a throw. He's a great tackle there by Montrose. A good tackle on Chilican. Montrose now pushing it forward into their forward pocket, just in front of the scoreboard, and it goes out of bounds. But it's going to be an East Ringwood kick as last touch by Montrose, Jono.
So the usual suspects really standing up around the ground for both teams. As East Ringwood come in through Griffiths, but he's immediately wrapped up. Holding the ball is the call, and a justified free kick. Great tackle
by Howes.
And it's Rylan Howes to take the subsequent free kick.
Strong tackle there, Jono. That was a ripping tackle.
It was indeed. Just ticking over the 4-minute mark this quarter. The shot's on, and the shot is there. Great stuff there from Rylan Howes. And he's got his first, and the score moves this time to what's that now? 15 points. I finally got one right. 1 straight 6 East Ringwood to 3-3-21 Montrose. I feel like I predicted an upset. Maybe it's too early to call. Of course it is. It's the second quarter. Just under 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, thanks, Jono. Again, really needs to bounce back East Ringwood. They're just struggling to find that ball, and again, struggling to find it past their half. Rucks go at the ball there. It's Stevenson in the ruck for Montrose, taps it down out to the wing, out to the far side. East Ringwood trying to push it forward, but now Montrose get it through Voss hands, but East Ringwood just kicking off the ground. It does get in towards their forward line. Picks up there by O'Brien. O'Brien only as far as the Montrose player in defence, and he holds it up and looks for his options, and they've got numbers out here on the wing, but he goes to the 2-on-1. Oh, big leap, and that should be a free kick for Barracks. Barracks strong marking over the shoulder, play on, kicks into East Ringwood's forward line, players out the back, and Montrose just see it through for a minor, for a rush behind. That takes it to 3-3-21 Montrose to 1-1-7 East Ringwood. Montrose looking to clear out, Jono.
So Montrose going to bring it in. There by Lawrence at the junction. Lawrence sends it down the line. Big fly there from his teammate, and he's not quite come down with it. And some remonstration behind the scenes there on Chilican, and he's really copped it to the neck. So
I don't know why Wharton would do that. That was a strong mark by Gilligan. He was in front position there. Good sit though by Chamberlain. But yeah, ridiculous free kick. You had no reason to go after him like that while he was on the ground.
So Gilligan will have the resulting free kick, and it's also been given a bit of an advantage in terms of distance.
Yeah, we're given the 25.
And fair enough too, for some remonstration after the play. Zach Gilligan sends it in, and then O'Brien gets involved, but he's missed. And that is another score to East Ringwood, 1-8 to Montrose, 3-3-21.
Thanks, John. Montrose looking to clear it out. Good pressure, forward pressure so far by East Ringwood. They just need to trap this in and convert it into goals. Montrose takes his full distance, kicks it down. Good fly again by Chillican, a free kick, and that's going East Ringwood's way towards Copeland. Copeland holds it up now, looks for a lead in East Ringwood, but good leap at it by Montrose. Tap down to O'Brien for East Ringwood and gets tackled. And just inside East Ringwood's forward 50, it'll be a ball up by the umpire. Umpire, no messing around this time. I like to see that. He throws it straight up Llewellyn, tap down, but only back down towards O'Brien, who gets tackled again. He's hard in and under at the moment, O'Brien. He's been one we've called so far quite a number of times. Throw up.
Chillican was under all that again, and well, yeah, he's everywhere too. Almost collecting the footy. Did DeCray with his first possessions, wrapped up instantly. No prior opportunity. Umpire says, "Give it to me," and we'll do it all again. Rucks go at it this time. Almost getting the tap down there was Llewellyn, but it was Chamberlain who won out as players hit the deck, and we'll do it all again once again. 45 out this time, up it goes, Rucks go at it. Collecting it there was Chillican. And his teammate puts in a great second effort. Olsen wrapped up. Montrose make advantage on the outer side of the ground. Forced to slow down or even send it backwards. No, the umpire says play it from there. They do just that, going on the outer side of the ground. Players fly. Everybody missed it. Collecting the footy, or almost doing it, was Smith. Simon and Cartledge getting involved there as well. Gonna have a ball up. This time, the polar opposite side of the ground, right in front of the scoreboard.
Rucks go at the contest. Montrose just goes straight up, gets it, hands it down. East Ringwood play, tackling pressure. Montrose just pushing it forward. Numbers out here on commentary side, and that's where East Ringwood are going. They kick it out. Yacoub's going to take a mark. Hands it over to the running player, just in the wing here, in front of the commentary box, down to McLean. Another good mark. This is what East Ringwood need to do. Just take a little bit of possession, look for the kicks. Asking for a few leads to push up, but no one really presenting for him. So Yacoub just kicks it as far as he can get it, but strong mark there by Montrose in Schultz. Schultz assesses his option, kicks it forward just into the wing again. Good intercept mark by McLean for East Ringwood. Again, it looks for assessing options off the side of the boot, but it still goes forward and plays only towards the Montrose player. And now they look to clear out with Frith. Frith bombs it forward into Montrose forward line. It's going to spill out the back. East Ringwood under pressure here, looking to clear out. Two Montrose players tackle East Ringwood, and umpire is going to ball it up inside their forward 50.
Riley Tucker underneath all that. And throw the ball up and do it all again. Plenty of ball ups today. Players give chase. One of them is Jenkins. He manages to get it and then he leaves it behind. Just in the footy there was the number 19 and DeCray, I think it was, but a free kick results going the way of Montrose. Centering ball was good to Lawrence, I think. No, I think it might be Laurie.
Yeah, just waiting for the...
Yes, it is, I reckon. Yes, it is. So Laurie sends it inside 50 to the teeth of goal. Players fly. No one can get it. Chasing the ball there, well, was Gleeson, but Laurie gets it again. kicks it forward. And as far as that East Ringwood defender who's got a bit of work to do. Trying to get involved there was Yakub. Montrose player caught high, but holding the ball was the call as East Ringwood have it now, going to the top of the 50, where the intersection is, well, almost, as Montrose come back with it, this time through Bowden, going down the line on the outer side. Still find a way through, though, do Montrose, but only as far as Gleeson.
Gleeson looking pushed forward, and he does. On far side, two Montrose players around the ball, but good spoil by East Ringwood there. Still tackling pressure, and the ball's going to trickle out of bounds. There's a slippery footy, and we'll get a throw up just on the far side wing. We've played 12 minutes, and Montrose 3-3-21 to East Ringwood 1-2-8. Rucks go at the contest, tapped down by Montrose, and they're just looking to get it forward as much as they can. It's going to be a free kick for holding. He didn't have the ball, so awarded to Montrose.
And 25 as well.
Yep. I think that was just for a bit of back chat towards the umpire. So Montrose on the true wing now just looks to kick into their forward line. Players going to leap of the contest. A good strong leap there by Howes, but he drops it, falls out the back towards Montrose. A strong tackle there by East Ringwood. Gleeson looking at clearing it out. Montrose, good tackle there by East Ringwood. They're going to be awarded the free kick. The umpire's going to bring it back for a just inside Montrose, back forward 50, and East Ringwood looking at clearing Jono.
They're going to try and do that. As a pack forms on the outer side. Players hit the deck. One of them, of course, is Bowden, who's buried underneath all that. And we've gone with a few long hairstyles out there today. Rucks go at it. Sit there with Llewellyn as they try and move it out. For both teams, umpire calls play on, though nothing doing after that tackle. Move inside 50, well, almost inside 50, still inside the centre square, though, are East Ringwood. Llewellyn gets involved again. O'Brien sends the kick towards goal. Mark wasn't quite taken. Yakub's in there, but out the back is that Montrose defender, Laurie, who sends it. And they clear it, Montrose. This time going down the centre of the ground. Isbell, proven goal kicker. Umpires picked out a free kick though. Advantage is paid. Inside 50 they go, but only as far as that man wearing the number 12, Billy Gleeson, in defence.
Gleeson clears it out into the centre. Back down to Gillikin, but drops it now. Montrose kicking it forward. East Ringwood getting tackled. Good strong pressure, and that's going to be holding the ball. Good tackle, and Montrose free kick. Just can't see which player has got it, but he's going to play on straight away. Thank you. Just out here to commentary side to meant to play. Meant to play looks to just lay it up. Both forward and back go at it. Spoils out the back, and East Ringwood rush it through. 4 behind. I think that was who's that down there to his Margich Smith, and he's just rushed it through. So that's 3-4-22 Montrose. Leading East Ringwood 1-2-8, and we've played 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Samuel Nicholson to bring it in. This time going to the outer side, sending a big kick. Players will come to meet it, although nobody did. Only a couple of Montrose players. One of them, of course, who's had a lot of the footy is Voss. And he's got the kick here.
Big lad, Voss.
He is indeed. He's got a nice haircut too. Pack forms. Footy hits the deck, goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball in. So ball up, I should say, just to the left of the scoreboard. Our left, of course, as the umpire comes in to ball it up, and Rucks will go to work. Both couldn't quite get involved there. Griffiths is hovering around. Great pressure applied by Fitzgerald. It's all East Ringwood at the moment as the tackle was laid on Gleeson. He's gone. And Montrose are well and truly on top here as we tick into red time in the second quarter here at Tormore Reserve.
Yeah, thanks, Jono. It's good forward pressure there by Montrose, and a really strong tackle there As Montrose looking at going in forward towards goal. This is Smith. He kicks at it, but it's gone off the side of the boot and just the minor behind. So Montrose 3-5-23, leading East Ringwood 1-8, and we've played 16 minutes into this quarter as East Ringwood look to clear out. He takes on the player and good strong kick onto the commentary side. Players going up, Barracks in front. Oh, strong! You've got to pay that, umpire, and he does. Great marks by Michael Barracks there. So assessing options here. It plays on through the centre, but out to the far side. Spoils down to Llewellyn. Llewellyn pushing it forward. Where's the ball going to bounce? Bounces down, and it's going to be a free kick, I think, towards East Ringwood. It didn't have the ball and holding the man. So East Ringwood getting a shot at goal again, just in the last sort of couple of minutes of the second quarter.
Wharton can't exactly believe that the free kick was paid there. He had a few facial expressions for the umpire there.
And this is a man we've been calling quite a bit in Connor O'Brien. Already kicked the one goal for East Ringwood, so knows he can kick him. See how we go.
O'Brien has a chance to try and claw back the deficit. The kick is on its way. It's hit the woodwork, and that is unfortunate. Sums up their first half. The Roos, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does. You need to make those count. They would have loved that, just heading in towards the end of the second at Montrose clear it out, but it might come back here as East Ringwood in Francis gets it, hands it out down towards Olsen. Olsen pushes it forward, but Montrose players get there and they just want to bomb it out down to Chillican. Chillican kicks it out. It might go out on the full, and it does. Just tackled as he was kicking, and just off the side.
Some great pressure there by the Montrose player. Move it down the line on true centre wing. Players fly. And it was Marcus Smith for East Ringwood. As players converge. Meant to play was wrapped up. And he's been caught a bit high in a bit of afters there on the two number 15s as they go at it. But umpire didn't see fit to pay any free kicks as we go. Up again, just very close to the Eastland logo. Caught high slightly was Gleeson, and the umpire saw fit to pay that as well. Gleeson runs over the Eastland logo, and they go inside 50 East Ringwood. And the handball off was McLean. As they go towards the teeth of goal, but the ball trickles over for one behind. The score, of course, now 1-4-10, 3-5-23. 8 scoring shots, at least on the scoreboard, to 5. So East Ringwood showing just a little bit of promise on the stroke of half-time.
Montrose looking to clear out. They need to be mindful just of the time. They need to keep possession. They don't want East Ringwood to score it. So they kick it as far as they can on the far side. And again, just playing on, looking towards to kick it, but smothered by the East Ringwood player. And we're going to get another ball up. That's we're probably going to run out of time, I'd say, for East Ringwood unless they get a really clean possession here. But the ball's bouncing about. The umpire's only getting it now, and will throw up as both rucks go at the contest. Tap down, pushed out to the far side there as far as Griffiths. Griffiths tries to push it forward, and it does. Gets into that forward line. Montrose just looking where they're going to go. He's run out of play. Yeah, he's paid it. He's paid a free kick, I think, here, the umpire, for deliberate. He just basically ran the ball out of bounds, the Montrose player, and it's going to be a kick towards Gillican.
So Coppin was that man who went over the boundary line, and he said, "I'm not copping that." And the umpire says, "Yes, you are."
I don't know what he was doing. He sort of had a few numbers around him, but yeah, just decided to walk it out. So there's a little bit of conversation as to how he's going to be able to go, whether he can move around his mark. Siren's gone, so there's to be a kick after the siren, so he can't deviate, and he's just getting clarification from the umpire, John.
Chillican has he's got a bit of work to do here. The kick goes on its way. How about that? How about that? The spark to ignite the Roos on the stroke of half-time. Brilliant goal there. From Chillican, Zachary Chillican.
Don't the boys love it, getting around him as well, and that'll leave Montrose a little bit flat.
That will indeed, and well, the spark to ignite the Roos, one would think. So on the stroke of half-time, it's East Ringwood 2-4-16, trailing Montrose 3-5-23, back with goal kickers and more right after this short break.
AFL Victoria, with the support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great, and we are strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. We are encouraging all spectators.
Tigers around the footy as our redback bursting through on the left. There was George. He's kicked it straight through the middle, and the first major of the game goes to Ringwood. They are 1-1-7.
The free kick here. Spears the ball inside forward 50 now. Spinning around. They're doing okay. Will this one go through? That's an absolute.
Game come to life every week on local grounds across our great state. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive. But remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Who's missed so much of the season. A skipper goal is needed here. A skipper goal is what they get. The Croydon Blues on the Eastland score. No time though. He sets up a goal. He hasn't kicked many this year. But he'd love one on Grand Final day. You little beauty. What a fantastic goal that was. They're within 5 points. The Croydon Booker late to the contest. That's Courage. Meeting the sandwich off the deck. Running goal by Christie from 40. He picked it up. They didn't seem to have the numbers at the marking contest, but Christie at the ground. Nicely. They'll be off here. Fletcher on the right move. Kick was smothered. Field centre bomber. Got the handle away. Go straight down the Croydon. He'd love to. Just absolutely lock it in at the moment. He lopes in. Kicks it on the left. And puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. 2 to Shalakas. Doncaster East get the answer that they were after. Pressure's on Doncaster East, and from point blank range, he puts it through the middle. That's a good break for Doncaster East. More quarter time, therefore.
The ground has picked up quite a bit to probably about 2 goals.
Comes out to Bill, and who sets sail that goal from 50 metres. If you do not mind, it was a late inclusion into the side. The guy hasn't eaten it. As Lynch claims it out of the middle, gets it back to the centre circle for it, and got Sopranos. Britton's on the end of it. He charges inside 50 with his kick. Underneath it is beautiful mark to Clark. 2 grabs at it. No spoil came in. Has in there. Got the handball away. They're under pressure. Phelan was in their hands and knees. Managed to get up. Managed to get around. Oh, he couldn't.
song cuts out and there you have it. But anyways, it's half time. East Ringwood and Montrose, John O'Van and Scott Hardy with you. And well, was that the moment on the stroke of half time?
Well, they've done it. They've done it.
To ignite East Ringwood.
Yeah, they've done it at the end of each quarter, and Montrose will be really disappointed because they've kept East Ringwood well and truly sort of scoreless through most of the quarters, and then it's just on the stroke that they're letting it sort of slip, which unfortunately is probably a slight brain fade by the Montrose player and stepping out of bounds when he probably could have kept it in. But like I said, there was that pressure they needed to keep it on, and East Ringwood have. So it's still a contest, and now it's sort of finding out where the teams go after the half break. It was interesting to see that Montrose sort of stayed on the ground. East Ringwood sort of went in towards their rooms a little bit of sort of quiet, whereas the spectators were right around Montrose and
rallying the troops.
Yeah, I think so, and it'll be interesting to sort of see how teams come sort of firing out from here. It's starting to clear up a little bit, which is great. And I was just having a look at the radar over half time. It's sort of only scattered showers from now on, hopefully. So. Oh, look, it's still a really good contest between two teams, where they just both need to find probably a little bit more space than what they have.
So, Montrose with the lead, a 7-point lead. Not needing to claw back anything, as I've previously stated, but let's just forget about that, shall we? We're almost ready to go here in the second half of the Under-19s Division 1 Grand Final. Umpire just directing traffic for the moment, and we'll get set to go to get us underway in the second half is Scott Hardy.
Thanks, Joe. Umpire just holds the ball aloft and waiting for Llewellyn up against Jones, and Jones gets the sort of tap, but only to the East Ringwood player. Hard tackle applied, but Montrose get it out. Another tackle applied there by East Ringwood in Fitzgerald. Hands off to Barracks. Barracks still gets his own ball basically, and another good tackle by East Ringwood, but not rewarded. Montrose now, there's a free kick for high, and it'll be issued towards Montrose in the way of meant to play. Meant to play just in the centre, so lays it up. Good leap at the contest. One out the back for Montrose in Chamberlain. Chamberlain just kicks, and it just is a behind. Eventually hits the post for Chamberlain.
They've had some really good moments like that. Montrose, in fact, from both teams, they just need to hit the scoreboard.
And they've hit the post a number of times.
So Nicholson just runs it out of his defensive line. Players work over the back. East Ringwood, the Roos run it down the line. Players at the full there, and a few more players come to meet it. They still work hard there. Bello gets involved. Then Frith is wrapped up, and he is gone. He can't believe it.
Just he didn't give him much time.
The Roos will come inside, only as far as that Montrose defender. A solid mark there taken by Schilt, and they'll come out again. But only as far as the junction, they've kicked it out on the full.
Oh, just a few basic errors there as East Ringwood now look to get it back inside. A big leap at the ball there for McLean. It falls out the back, but Montrose have got players and they look to clear. This is going to be deliberate if this goes out, but he's done a really good kick. It's kept it in. But East Ringwood get it and look to centre in really good eyes, and that's going to be a mark there for just the number 31 in Francis. So Francis outside the 50. He'll take a decent kick on a day like this, but he's backing himself. He's holding it up, but I'd say probably the smart move would be to lay it up here.
He's not just holding up, I reckon he's loading up too, and also wanting to lay up. Here he is, Francis to the teeth of goal. Big fly over the back there from Chillican. And he couldn't quite be, still managed, well, no, his teammate gets it back. I think it was O'Brien, and nothing doing, evidently. And we will have a ball up just in front of the Baronia gazebo. Of course, they're hosting today's grand finals. We've got it behind here to East Ringwood. Another one, and Montrose will bring it in through Schilt again. Schilt elects to go on the outer side this time. And a very great mark taken there by his teammate, who's quick to play on the outer side. Players come to meet it. One of them there was Chamberlain. But the ball trickles over just ever slightly to the right. And the umpire points in that direction. He says, nope, it's a turnover. And O'Brien has it again. Sends it to the hot spot. Fell in the direction of no one in particular. There's Redmond's in there to work hard there for the Montrose. And the tackle was laid there on the East Ringwood player. We'll have a ball up once again in front of a few supporters in the car park. Up we go again. Rucks go at it. This time getting the tap down, but then Montrose players come to meet it. One of them is Beardsley Allen, one of the few hyphens out today. They're piling on the pressure though, Montrose. Great tackle there from Redmond, and they remonstrate again. Reminiscent of the scenes last night. Between another bloke who wears red and blue and Clayton Oliver, except it's not quite on that scale, Scott.
No, very, very calm as Llewellyn goes up, good tap down, tries to find his player in Ferraro, and he does. Ferraro kicks it out to the far side wing. Montrose players around it. They're going to clear it out. Looks towards the centre. Good attack at the ball there for O'Brien, for East Ringwood. Gets hands out the back. East Ringwood going into their forward 50 line now. Strong mark by Chillican again. He's a great inclusion for this team because obviously he can play sort of ruck, but playing forward and down back, and he goes and can kick them as well. So he's dead in front, probably from about 35 out, I would say, and looks towards goal as he's preparing for his run-up.
This is where things get interesting, because if Chillican kicks this is going to make just this is going to make Montrose very nervous. Chillican has kicked it! The deficit is now 1 point. Can you believe it? 5 minutes gone in the third term. And Zach Chillican is on fire.
And this is what they're after, you know, saying that they're only scoring goals towards the end of each quarter. They need to find the goals throughout the whole quarter, and the third quarter is your best time for it as the sun starts to shine now, and hopefully that will dry out a little bit of the ground. But a really good kick there by Chillican, and he's causing him a bit of a headache up forward as umpires get it in the centre bounce. Llewellyn going up against Jones again. This has been a really good battle. The East Ringwood player comes through in Olsen, but goes without the ball. So East Ringwood looking to push forward again. They're going to run onto it, but the May bounce out with Williams chasing it. Goes forward. Montrose player up for the mark, and takes an easy mark uncontested as he kicks out to the commentary side wing. Goes over the head of Isbell, and it now falls out of bounds, and we're going to get a ball up just right in front of the commentary box, which is nice. So not going to test our eyes for too much on this one as Jones again goes up against Llewellyn, taps down to Ferraro. Ferraro's been really good in their mid, kicks it forward down towards McLean, gets spoiled and put a pressure on there, but East Ringwood looking at trying to get it back towards their 50, in towards their forward 50. Montrose players around it, good strong tackle there, but the ball spills out. But again, Montrose just onto the player there with Francis having the ball, and he was tackled by 3 Montrose players, Jono.
So up we go. Players converge at it. Great kick in there by Francis, but it's gone out.
Yeah, it'll be last possession, so Montrose get possession of it.
Jack Williams has it, sends it down the line, looking for a teammate there. He couldn't quite find Smith, and the ball's sent back from whence it came. Montrose with the numbers though, in defensive 50, and they send it back out. A bit of aerial ping pong, but only as far as Marich Smith. Centering ball. His teammate's got to run onto it. He does, and he's immediately wrapped up. His Nicholson. Umpire calls play on though. Tucker gets involved. He's dispossessed, and he's gone too. So here is Chamberlain. Gets it across to a teammate. Beardsley Allen handballs. Beardsley Allen gets it back again. Meant to play. And they're in again, just to the top. Players converge. East Ringwood over the back is Francis. And he's brought down to ground, and holding the ball is the call.
Thanks, Jono. Good tackling pressure by Montrose, and need to look for a score here. So they go towards Smith. Smith just holds it up just outside East Ringwood's forward line, looks out to the wing, but spoiled by Ferraro. So he's been really good this quarter. Pushes it forward to East Ringwood there to Yakub. Yakub just trying to get around the ball, picks it up by Francis. Francis hands it off, takes on the running play, but still gets hands and going to be paid for holding the ball. I couldn't see which player that was, Jono, but he took it on, and now Montrose looking at clearing out, and it goes towards Chamberlain. The player that took it on was Gleeson, so yeah, he was right in front of goal, but just took too much of a bite, and now Montrose clear it out into the commentary side.
Wharton takes the mark on the near side. As you say, Scott, don't have to test the eyes too much. Wharton loads up with a big kick down the line. Players come to meet it. Oh, gee, great take there from the East Ringwood player. That man there is Marcus Smith. His aerial capabilities are great as he sends it back from whence it came. Another big fly there, this time from the Montrose player. No one can quite take the mark. Players hit the deck, ball up.
Yeah, it was Frith at that marking contest. He just didn't have enough of the pill there, but he was in a really good position. Probably should have taken that mark.
Up it goes. East Ringwood to get it out the back. Collecting it there was Ferraro. Inside 50 now. He's come to meet it. One of them is O'Brien. Working hard, keeps it in perfectly and sends it down the throat of McLean. And this for the lead.
Yeah, they've come out firing, like we said, from half time. It was going to be what was the coach's address, what can they change, and just looking at some really nice leads here from East Ringwood, and going for a shot goal, at least possibly to tie it up, if not take the lead.
So Remy McLean, is this for the lead or to tie it up, as the case is? He sends the kick, it's good! And they're in front, the Roos. Wowee, so 29-24, just at the halfway mark of the third term. And this is where things get interesting.
Yeah, this is where Montrose now needs to find that scoring options that they've had quite easily in the sort of first half. But in any final, obviously the team's going to not take a backward step. So East Ringwood have come out and kicked some two good goals in what's a tight contest so far, as the umpire looks to throw up the ruck here. Stevenson going back into the ruck for Montrose up against Llewellyn. Tap down there, another big tap by Llewellyn, and down towards Olsen. Olsen looking to clear, but only goes as far as the Montrose player, who spoils it. Tackles applied on the East Ringwood players, but they get it out here through O'Brien. O'Brien got space, goes forward towards goal, and it's going to just miss to the left of the goal there, and a minor score. So that takes East Ringwood 4-6-30, leads Montrose 3-6-24, and we've played 12 minutes in the third quarter.
So the even 6 points. O'Brien flew, couldn't quite take the mark, and Isbell gets involved as well. Or was it Redmond? I think it was probably Isbell. In they come again, East Ringwood through McLean, the goal kicker from earlier. But he sends it out of bounds, and the umpire not executing soccer skills all that well, trying to retrieve the football to ball it.
It's a slippery pocket
once again. Footy goes up, and it's a big fly from McLean in the ruck. As Montrose try and clear it out. At the fall of it was Laurie, who sends a high ball. Mark was almost taken there by Tucker. His players fall left, right, behind it. Umpire says nothing doing. The Eastland logo side of the wing broadcast side as well. We're going to do it all again. Directly in front of us on commentary position. Up goes the football. Rucks go at it. Slap forward there from Montrose wasn't that well executed as Olsen has wrapped up. But it's a downfield, but it's a free kick there for something that happened behind play, and players are remonstrating. O'Brien inside 50, but only as far as the Montrose defender, and the D's or not.
No, a free kick to East Ringwood there.
A free kick to East Ringwood.
Chillicum.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? So perhaps some ill discipline from the D's.
He was just imposed, trying to go at that contest. He was just sort of blocked out, and an easy free kick for another shot at goal.
So Chillicum for another goal here. He's got one in each quarter so far. A very measured approach here. You'd call it like a golf commentator almost, as Chillicum comes in, kicks the ball. It's a great looking kick. It's there! And they kick forward once again. Do the Roos. Amazing stuff. 5-6-36. The Roos lead Montrose 3-6-24. Can Montrose respond?
Well, they're gonna have to, because this game is going to start slipping away very quickly, because it's a different side, and we've seen this before through finals. A game of two halves, and East Ringwood have found their mojo and kicking accurately, which is what we were talking about in the first half, about just needing to find those opportunities and then not hitting the behinds.
So we go into red time here, almost. So just over 5 minutes to go, and here's Scott Hardy.
Stevenson going up in the contest against McLean. Montrose finally get it sort of forward, pushing it, and free kick towards meant to play, looking at pushing it in towards Montrose forward line, but a good strong mark there in the back line by Tucker. And Tucker now just holds up play, looks for the options and kicks it in towards Coventry side wing. Going to be hot contested footy. It manages to sprawl down. There's East Ringwood players around it, but this ball's going to go out, I would say. And good tackling pressure by Montrose there in Isbell.
So of course, just reminding the viewers of the match conditions. The second half, the last 5 minutes, it's played with time on. So the clock goes past 20. The clock will run on until time's expired. Just to the right of the Eastland logo now, it's going to be another ball up in commentary position. Just to the right of the van that we're inside here. McLean tried the slap forward, but it's Montrose to enter inside 50. Off hands though. Doesn't have it though. Does that man, the number 32?
No,
towards 22.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So 32 tackled. Howes has got it for the 22 for Montrose.
So he doesn't wear number 22. 32. He wears 22. Does Howes?
Kicks it in towards the forward line, and now they're looking at East Ringwood towards kicking out from their back pocket, and kicks it as far as he can. Good mark by Montrose there in Jenkins. We haven't called too much of him today, so Jenkins pushes it in towards the forward line. Only spoils down towards Tucker. Tucker trying to get it out, but tackled, applied pressure, good forward pressure by Montrose. Number of Montrose players around it, and if they can work it out, they should get it back into their forward line, which they do through meant to play hands. He's going to get it back here, looks towards goal, gives it a kick, and it goes in. Thank you, meant to play. That's exactly what Montrose needed. Bouncing back after Ringwood's few goals this quarter. That's a really strong play. He really wanted it as well. He's running forward and demanded that ball. What a goal.
Well, I don't mean to maybe jinx it, but extra time, maybe in the last. Who knows? It's coming, and well, Montrose get the response that they need, and really this is it. This is it for them. This is make or break in the Premiership quarter, and play restarts here. This time it's East Ringwood to get the tap out. Missed it with Redmond. And they're inside 50 again, the Roos. Players come to meet it, and one of them was Frith. The opposition was Chillican, who's just been so great today for the men in blue and white. Bit of a jostle there. Winning out was Copeland as the footy goes over the line. Although he didn't win out though. It's a Montrose free kick. And then there takes it, sends it down, test forms. Voss couldn't quite take the mark. They continue on though, their merry way to Montrose. Ball hits the deck. Got a bit of work to do, the Demons. And it's going to be a ball up just on centre wing. Now we go up again. Getting the tap down on this occasion did Stevenson. But the umpire says nothing doing. Ball up, we'll do it all again. Rucks go at it, and this time it's Montrose to get the fall of the footy. High up and under kick, falls in favour of no one. Markich Smith getting involved there for East Ringwood, sending it back from whence it came. McLean getting involved, and then Stevenson got wrapped up. They send it down the line. Clever little hat kick off the ground there from Wharton. It's good to the top of the 50. The tackle was laid there on Olsen, and he's been caught holding the ball. And Montrose to enter inside 50 through House.
Really strong tackle there by House. Really impressive. So another shot goal, but he's just outside 50. I don't think he's got the distance, although he gives it a fair kick. It's going to fall short. Pack forms down, fall of the ball down there to Laurie. Laurie's hands off. Montrose player tries there with Chamberlain, probably appealing for a free kick when it wasn't there, and umpire says no, I'll have the ball, and a ball up in front of a strong Montrose crowd there in the on the wing there with the red and blue, and of course BT. Let's not forget, who's just been absolutely everywhere today, but arms folded. Perhaps he's not impressed. Play restarts here. It's O'Reilly buried underneath it all, and we'll have another restart in front of the Bendigo Bank and Deakin University logos. This time it's Montrose to get the tap down, but only as far as Ferraro, who's been involved a fair bit, and so is Copeland, who sends a little hat kick, but then Montrose respond with it, and equally hat kick high up and under. Fell for Fitzgerald. Scrappy play, but it's Montrose to clear out, but only as far as Nicholson as the siren sounds to signal 3/4 time. And the score is Montrose 4-6-30, trailing East Ringwood 5-6-36. 6 points in it, goal kickers, and the final term to come after this short break.
AFL Victoria, we support Eastland clubs that are committed to keeping our game great, and we're strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires that make our right game come to life. Will fans respect the game? Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Just get confirmation of that. Finds the target in Lynch. Lynch gets it to centre forward to the other Lynch. Jordan to Jake. Quick play on goal square. Mark. Play, and it's a mark to the Croydon Blues, and the goal square
doing there. And I think you've seen the clear style of play that they want to do. They want to kick the ball out of Donny East's hands.
Croydon are on the Eastland scoreboard. 12 minutes into this grand final. Constantino.
It was an absolute corker as well. Shalakis dropped what he should have taken. Handball over the top, and creatively done there. Jimmy Locke was in position A just to take it. Jimmy Doncaster East.
On the long ball, and Constantino nearly juggles his way to a mark. Pressure. They were standing at the top of the goal square. It fell Croydon's way. Beccarelli took the handpass and kicked the goal. 3 goals to 2. They try to knock it forward from that contest. Whitley runs onto it, hand passes over top. Shalakis, he's been in a lot. He kicks it towards Gordon. What a pass! It was right in front of his eyes, and he just had to put his hands in the way. Kicked 21 goals this year. He's a great marker when the pressure's on Doncaster East, and from point blank range, he puts it through the middle. That's a good break for Doncaster East before quarter time. They're four.
Across the ground has picked up quite a bit, probably about 2 goals.
Comes out to Biddle, who sets sail back goal from 50 metres. If you do not mind, it was a late inclusion into the side. The guy has an eaten.
As Lynch claims it out of the middle, gets it back to the centre circle. Croydon got some runners. Britton's on the end of it. He charges inside 50 with his kick. Underneath it is beautiful mark to Clark. 2 grabs at it. No spoil came in.
Has in there, got the handball away. They're under pressure. Phelan was in their hands and knees. Managed to get up. Managed to get around. Oh, he couldn't put it through. He was already the clubhouse leader. He would have been straight.
On boundary side, said with probably a 2-goal advantage. But they've done well. And there is the siren. It's quarter time in Division 1 Grand Final for 2019. Doncaster East lead 5-4-34.
Matty Wilkins, the dual skipper, who's missed so much of the season. A skipper goal is needed here. A skipper goal is what they get. The Croydon Blues.
The final term awaits us here at Tormore Reserve.
He hasn't kicked many this year.
Eastland Grand Finals here in Baronia. First up, it's Montrose and East Ringwood. The score, of course, Montrose 4-6-30. Trailing East Ringwood 5-6-36. 6 points in it. John O'Ban and Scott Hardy with you for the first game of the day. Of course, next up is the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final right after this. And you'll be with Jared Beamland and Trent Callan. From 11:30, it's Ringwood. It's Mitcham and Long Turner South. Scott, let's go through the goal kickers so far. And there's a man who's had an absolute field day in front of goal, and his name is Zachary Chillikin. How many is he?
Yeah, Chillikin's kicked 3 for the game so far. Singles to Remy McLean and Connor O'Brien. And for Montrose, they've had 2 goals to Joshua Menterplay and 1 goal to House and 1 goal to Jai Smith as well. And a shout out to the East Ringwood banner man there with the Go Roos. He was doing some solid work there on the YouTube screens that you would have seen. So the good sized crowd now starting to build for East Ringwood, as they're obviously got a game later today. But get through this first one. They've been really impressive in that third quarter. Probably critical of their contest in the first 2 quarters, but they've found a way to bounce back. And like I said, they've got plenty of sort of scoring options, but it is one man, like you said, Jono and Zachary Chillikin, and he's dominating up that forward line, and they need to find Montrose there to find an option to show him.
This is where he really comes in, because the winners of that Premiership quarter were East Ringwood in my view. So this is, I mean, Montrose have got a big task ahead of them. It might only be a 6-point deficit, but anything can happen here. And, well, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great last term.
Yeah, we found it last week, didn't we, that the third quarter was the deciding sort of factor. But look, this is a little bit closer than what we've had past, and obviously only the goal in it. So Montrose still well and truly in the contest. It's just how they respond from here.
So as players, well, get ready to go, and the crowd disperses. What a gathering out here today! It's one of the best things about local footy, isn't it? You've got players and supporters just in tight, nice and close to hear what the coach has to say. And it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall, or in this case, just a fly on somebody's back in this case, obviously being a completely outdoor venue.
Well, they're waiting for
interesting to see what both coaches said there, and
waiting for the Montrose supporters to go, and there's a fair chunk of them which are all aiming for this one pocket, or towards Montrose end of goal, I would say, to get behind there and cheer on the boys and try and get a few goals on the board. Just waiting for them to clear off, and then we'll be starting this fourth quarter down here at Tormore Reserve. The rain's still holding off, still looking a touch gloomy, but hopefully we can get some free-flowing footy.
I would perhaps suggest that rain might stay away for at least the senior game as we get ready to go once again for the final term, for the final time in under-19s footy. Out the back was Llewellyn, and inside 50 they go to the Roos. Ball didn't quite fall for Copeland though, who's been great in this second half. Umpire to ball it up at the top of the 50.
And a strong tackle by Copeland there as he gets up from the bottom of the pack.
Up we go again. Llewellyn getting the tap down, but it's Montrose to respond and get the clearance briefly. Inside the centre square, wrapped up there was Howes, and he is G-A-W-N gone, or G-O-N-E perhaps. And they send it back to the Roos. Getting well to get onto it was Llewellyn, although the umpire calls him to play on. Barrick spilled it. Montrose players wrapped up right on the Eastland logo. Great tackle there by McAvoy, Ethan McAvoy, and we'll do it all again on true centre wing.
Llewellyn up for the ruck contest. He's had a really good start and a really nice tap down, but again, only as far as the Montrose player he meant to play. Hands it out towards the centre, but East Ringwood get it back to Llewellyn. Llewellyn kicks it forward line as the rain starts to fall, so our prediction of no rain is wrong. It's Montrose picks it up, tackled by two East Ringwood players. At the bottom of that pack is Francis. Francis comes up with the ball, but the umpire says, I'll have it, and it's a throw up just in the forward pocket. Llewellyn again going up for the ruck contest, and he's got a really good leap. He's just got to find his targets for his mids. Unfortunately, again, it just goes down to the Montrose player as he kicks it, goes off the side of the boot, and it's tapped down by McAvoy. McAvoy just taps it over the boundary, and it's going to be a throw up.
So a clever little
front of first.
Clever little tap to advantage there, and just knocks it dead. As we go up again, the tap, the deft touch was Llewellyn. Over the back was Ferraro, sitting it inside 50 for the Roos. Chillican can't quite take the mark as the Montrose numbers come to meet it. One of them was Schilt. Over the back is Frith. Gets it down to Coppin, who sends it further down the line, looking for a teammate. Manages to pick it up, does that man. And the kick was looking for White, but it's turned over, and the Roos will send it back inside 50 again. Players come to meet it.
Free kick.
A free kick against to East Ringwood. So perhaps a little bit of interference in the marking contest there from Schilt. And players not very happy with the decision.
Chillican's got it again.
Chillican does have it. He's been the star of the show this morning in less than favourable conditions. This is for his fourth. The man with the dreadlocks to potentially lock up the game, perhaps in such conditions. Chillican kicks. It's good. And that's his fourth. They kick away to a 12-point lead to the Roos. Amazing stuff. 6-6-42. Montrose 4-6-30. Anything can happen though still. The D's need to mount a very big challenge.
Yeah, they do. You're right, Jono, but it's just this one man, Zachary Chillican, who is just finding every part of the ball and a really good kicking action as well to have 4 goals when East Ringwood have only kicked 6. So the majority of his scoring, like I said, Montrose needs to shut it down, but they need to find a goal as the rain's falling, and it's going to make things difficult as East Ringwood now lead by 12 points. It's umpire throws it up. Tap down there by Llewellyn again. Really good tap down now. Finally finds the East Ringwood player and he kicks it forward down towards a marking contest, but spoils out the back. Montrose pick it up. Apply the tackling pressure there by East Ringwood. They're trying to lock it in, and they do. So umpire will say, thank you. I'll have that just outside the 50 mark there, Johnny.
Umpire looks for some rucks, and he finally finds him. It's the rucks go at it, but none can get a clear tap out. Beardsley Allen missed it. Montrose might still be able to move it. Well, they can't. They move it past the centre circle, but it's all East Ringwood. Out the back, clever little tap there from McLean. Goes all right, but it's Montrose to enter inside 50. And a great mark there taken by Smith. He runs onto it quickly. Shot on goal, it's there! 6 points the difference now. Here we go. Strap yourselves in, folks. East Ringwood 6-6-42. So Montrose 5-6-36. 5 minutes gone in the final term. this is exactly what they need, the Demons.
Unbelievable. He just played straight on, chucked it on the boot on the right and snapped around. Harry Bello for East Ringwood tried and crashed into the post. But what a kick! And now we look for the centre ball up, and how's this going to play out? Llewellyn going up. He just needs to find those mids. He's winning most tap outs through here. Got a really good leap on him, and the umpire now throws it up. Towards the contest again. Llewellyn gives it a spike. Heads towards East Ringwood. Back to Ferraro. Ferraro tapping the ball but getting tackled. Dragged off it there by Mentor Play. Montrose trying to clear out through Beardsley. A big tackle applied, and the umpire says, no, I'll just have a ball up. So a really good tackle there by Llewellyn, and he now goes back into ruck duties. Umpire throws it up. Tap down towards Barracks. Barracks only handed it towards the Montrose player, and Montrose looking at clearing it out on the commentary side here. Jumps on the ball there, Fitzgerald for East Ringwood, but it still spills out. East Ringwood got numbers here. Barracks pushed it in towards the centre. Got the running player in Olsen. Good tackling pressure by Montrose. There has to be holding the ball, but no. Umpire says play on. Really hard-fought contest here at the moment as Montrose just trying to put it forward in towards play, but Underwood gets it and then forces it back forwards, Jono.
Great pressure applied. They come inside 50, the Roos. Chillican couldn't quite over the back. Here's O'Brien. He missed it.
Hit the post.
Hit the woodwork. And, well, the handy point perhaps. It's probably too early to call as we just tick over 7 minutes gone in the final term. Montrose will bring it in. This time going to the broadcast side. Looking for Frith over the back as well as Lawrence. They're doing quite well. That man there is pushed in the back, but umpire calls play on down the Eastland logo side of the wing. Players come to meet it. It's a hotly contested Sharon at the moment. Getting in there as well was Howes. And then shoved in the back was that East Ringwood player, the number 11 in Markich Smith, who's been everywhere today. We're going to go for a ball up just on the edge of the centre square on centre wing. Umpire throws the ball up and we're back in it. Umpires pay out a free kick though. It's going to go the way of Montrose. And this is it for them. Right here, the number 64 in Reese White will send it inside 50. Players come to meet it, but no one can quite take the mark. Picking up the crumbs there was Fitzgerald. Gets it to a player behind the scenes. Getting in hard there was Chamberlain. Again, this is where Montrose want the football right here.
Thanks, Jono. So Rucks go at the contest. Stevenson tries to tap it down. East Ringwood looking to clear out, but Montrose player tries to take on the East Ringwood player, but umpire says no, I'll have a ball up. So we start again. They want to keep it trapped in here. So Stevenson up against Llewellyn. Really nice tap down by Llewellyn. Now East Ringwood going forward. Montrose apply the pressure to on top of the East Ringwood player, and again umpire is going to say I'll have a ball up. But they need to find a scoring option here, Montrose. They don't want to let this go to waste, Jono.
So forward 50 setup is a little bit unorthodox, but then so is probably the nature of this game. Out the back comes Wharton, sending it to the top of the goal square. But it's Markich Smith clearing it. Only as far as Lawrence, who almost took the mark. They're working hard, his teammates, and out the back there is the number 24 in Wharton. And a great tackle laid there by Frith. Umpire comes in to ball up probably 80 metres, shall we say? We'll say 70 from goal, but Lawrence a brief halt in play as Lawrence is down.
It was just from that marking contest. He just sort of copped it in the face afterwards, and sort of feeling the effects of it as he's in the hands of the trainers, and they're just trying to get him towards the boundary. So umpire's just stopping the game at the moment. But we'll brief return to play shortly.
Some brief altercation there from Wharton, who gets in the sandwich between two East Ringwood players, but we will get a restart here. Jones and Chillican to do the ruck, but it's a hold. It is a hold on...
Ferraris just keep giving away those holding frees.
Wharton with a hot spot, who can work hard and working hard to get at the sit of it was Markic Smith. Trying to find a teammate there, he couldn't quite, and that man there in Copeland's crunched.
Maybe he'll get a free kick for that.
But a free kick has been given away. And it's going to be Daniel Chamberlain to have a shot on goal here. This is to bring the deficit to 1 point in favour of the Roos. And this kick is crucial as we tick past the halfway last 5 minutes of this game. Daniel Chamberlain with the entirety of Montrose on his boot right now. The kick is on its way. It's just to the right. A handy point nonetheless if you want extra time.
It gets it back, and no doubt the crowd would have told us if that was going to be a goal, because that's building on that Montrose end. So East Ringwood looking at clearing it out, takes on the play, kicks it towards commentary side here. Going to be a free kick for a push out. I think it's awarded to Barracks, or it could be towards Chillican. Yeah, it's going to get Chillican. He's just sort of bumped out it. So now he's playing up, down back, or sort of around the ball. So again, really key component for them.
Chillican at half back. An absolute rocking defence, or perhaps anywhere he plays. This might be Tucker or McLean here.
I think it was McLean.
McLean, so bit of slow play, and it's backfired because on centre wing it's meant to play, taking the grab, strapped up like Joel Selwood on the head, lowers the eyes to Jones, and then centering ball to Schilt, top of the 50. No one can quite take the mark. The full of it almost there was Chamberlain, who couldn't quite gather as East Ringwood try and send it out towards their end, but it goes out of bounds. Umpire crosses himself and say we'll have a ball up. Nothing doing.
Thanks, Jono. So just waiting for the umpire to bring it back in, and now he throws it up for the contest. Good tap down there by East Ringwood, but again, Montrose just clear it out. Down towards players, and umpire finds a free kick down towards East Ringwood to Olsen. Olsen just cramping up a little bit as he looks to take his kick. Just finding out where the options and the leads are. He kicks it down the back. That is Gillikin, just finding every bit of the ball today. What a great game he's having for a grand final. He looks to just get it into, a good smother there by Montrose, by Frith. So Montrose return it. They've got numbers sort of out the back if they can find it, but a good spoil by East Ringwood. Hands off on the far side, just gives it a kick out towards players, and Frith again. Yeah, Frith takes a good mark on the far wing.
Of course, still plenty of action to come here at Tormore Reserve. Next up, it's the Division 1 Reserves match right after this between Mitcham and Wanturna South. You'll be with Jared Beanland and Trent Callan just behind us here in the EFNL van.
There's still a bit to go in this game, so we could be calling it further past the siren as Montrose get it. Montrose looking forward to pushing it into their forward line, but goes far wide. No marking contest, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it'll be a kick towards East Ringwood there, as we now tick over to 14 minutes in the last quarter.
So a bit of smoke flying around there as well behind the scenes as play continues. It's going to be Callum Copeland seeing it over, and we'll have a ball up as no clear possession there, such as the last possession rule. Up we go again. This time it's Ferraro with the forward momentum, but only as far as the boundary line.
He's so chatty. He loves, after every contest, he's given lip to his direct opponent. Whether it's deserved or not, I'm not too sure.
We go up again. The Montrose players come to meet it. Wharton sees it over, and we'll have yet another ball up in front of the small crowd there, and some words being exchanged from the crowd on the boundary. Bit of sledging never hurt anybody. We get the restart, and you guessed it, we get another ball up.
Just neither side can get it out, and neither side want to sort of open up that space in what's a close contest with East Ringwood up by goal.
We're into red time, Anything can happen from here. 6 points in it. We've got another ball up just on centre wing, directly opposite us here. We go up. Umpires paid a free kick going the way of East Ringwood. And this is where they can steady here, the Roos to the top of the 50 inside. Cleverly cut off there by Schilt. And this is where Montrose can try and level the scores, putting on a lot of pressure. Mr. Did Wharton. As Footy hits the deck, players converge on it. Umpire says, nah, let's do it all again, boys. And or is it time off for the moment? Nah, just a brief delay, nothing of concern. Umpire wasn't going to pay a free kick there.
Luke Jenkins clutching at his arm and looking to be coming off straight away in the hands of the trainers.
Umpire holds the ball aloft, and we will start the clock once again. Getting the handball out again was Ferraro.
Oh, good mark.
But it's inside 50 for Montrose to Sharon. Out the back is Chamberlain, and he's kicked it! Scores a level! It's unbelievable! Chamberlain! Fantastic from Dan the man, shall we say. And the score, 6-7-43 to 6-7-43 apiece.
He loves the pocket there for that snap. That's the second goal like that on the right boot. And as we're just sort of seeing, Luke Jenkins is come off really in discomfort. So and now Montrose a player down as we even the score. So 6-7-43, 6-7-43. Played 17 minutes into the last quarter as the umpire looks to restart the game, holds the ball and throws it up.
Get set.
Ruck contest, go at it. Chilligan with the ruck contest, but only as far as Montrose. So Montrose got the players out, just wants to push it forward. Oh, good, strong mark there for East Ringwood through Fitzgerald. Takes it on. Square, here's our man. He takes another grab. Chilligan, thank you. What a game he is having. He has got a fair tank on him to get down there as well. He's been everywhere, all over the ground in this last quarter.
Leo Barry-esque, that's all I'm going to say. Ride this home, Scott Hardy. Here we go, eh?
Here we go. This is really important as we've ticked over into 18 minutes. Even a score will suffice for the moment, but you'd love to have the goal about 10 metres out. You'll hear the crowd go up to his right if he kicks it straight. Goes to push in, and he does, and he kicks it through, and he is pumped, absolutely pumped. Goes towards the fans, and they love it.
Pulls on the up towards the 19-minute mark. Next game alongside Jared Beanland. He's shaking a bit, he might be one up here. Dear, how much time is left? And the umpire throws the ball aloft. As we come towards the 20-minute mark, it's all East Ringwood in the centre of the ground. Buried underneath it there was Ferraro. Isn't he good at roving the football? He's just absolutely everywhere. A fantastic rover, and he'll probably get involved once again. You can see him lurking out the back. Hitting the tap down there was Llewellyn. And there he is at the bottom of the pack again, Ferraro.
Yeah, good call.
Dante Ferraro. He's been one of those blokes to stand up for East Ringwood, and he's been absolutely fantastic. Getting the tap down again, and then the rovings Ferraro. Inside 50, they go. Only as far as that Montrose defender. Montrose look to send it back. The mark is taken, though, by the man who's been great in ruck.
Yeah, he's been really...
Llewellyn, sorry.
He's been really strong in the second half as he goes forward, kicks it forward. Chilligan out the back, but it spoils down. Montrose got the players out here. They just need to look for hands. The player plays it on in Laurie. Probably could have hand passed, but it's just to Llewellyn. Llewellyn pushes it forward. Montrose player under it. Takes a good, strong mark. There is O'Reilly, and O'Reilly looks to push it out to the far wing. Bouncing ball. Chamberlain picks it up, snaps it around the body. Out on the far wing still. Montrose just need to get it forward. Goes up and under, and it's going to go out of bounds. So this will be East Ringwood's kick, and it is.
So, some great effort to bring the ball forward. But it all ends in arrears for the Demons. As it's Adam Markich Smith. Raises of all day.
Copeland has it now. Sends it down the line. Top of the 50. Almost stuck in the mark, and over the back is Chillican. Bouncing ball. Kick off the ground is no good. Hits the Eastland logo, smack bang in the middle, and we'll have a turnover. Montrose have got to move in very quickly here. The kick goes forward. Laurie takes a grab.
Strong.
Moves on very quickly, lowers the eyes, goes to -3 in Beardsley Allen. Beardsley Allen kicks forward. Great defensive effort from Markich Smith, but Montrose might still be on here through Redmond, who's dispossessed. Bouncing ball, picking it up there was
free kick.
That Montrose man, the number 27 in Voss, but it's a free kick, a turnover. Umpire says no, it's not going to be 50. Oh no, it's not a turnover, it's a Montrose free kick. To the teeth of goal, players fly, who can get it? No one in particular. Players hit the deck, and we'll have a ball up right in the hot spot for Montrose, and this is where things get very interesting here. Up goes the football. Players haven't moved since the ball has gone up. Players and crowd appeal for a free kick. Probably a pro-Montrose crowd as well. There's the siren! Can you believe it? Absolute jubilation for East Ringwood, who win 7-7-49 to 7-43. A 6-point win by the barest of margins. They've done it.
What a second half. What a brilliant second half by East Ringwood. And that man, Zachary Chillican, he has just taken this grand final by the scruff of the neck. He's kicked 5 goals out of a total of 7 for East Ringwood, and the East Ringwood faithful are coming from everywhere to celebrate this win. And what a victory, what a great win for this side.
Wrap us up with the goal kickers, Scott, before we hand over to our next commentary changeover, and then we do the post-match presentation.
Yeah, so Zachary Chillican 5, singles to Remy McLean, and the other single to Connor O'Brien. For Montrose, 2 to Joshua Mensah-Play, 1 to Ryland Howes, 1 to Chamberlain, and 2 to Jai Smith. They're the goal scorers, and what a game.
A fantastic start to the day here at Tormore Reserve. Don't go anywhere, we've got the post-match presentations, and then after that, from 11:30 onwards, it'll be the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. And Trent Cohen and Jared Beanland will take you through that. But until next time, until maybe tomorrow morning if you choose to tune in, I've been Johnny Van, he's been Scott Hardy. We'll see you again soon.
Fantastic game comes to a close here. The first game at Tormore Reserve for Eastland Division 1 Grand Final day. The final score, Montrose 6-7-43. Defeated by East Ringwood, the Premiers 7-7-49 in the under-19s competition. Post-match presentation still to come. Don't go anywhere. So the final score, once again, Montrose 6-7-43, defeated by East Ringwood 7-7-49. Presentation still to come. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation for the Eastland Division 1 Under-19 Grand Final.
Congratulations to both teams on a fantastic game, and commiserations to Montrose. We now come to the awarding of the medals, and we welcome up Dyson Baker, the Football Operations Manager, to present the medal. We start with the Blue Ribbon Medal, thanks to the Blue Ribbon Foundation, a long-time supporter of the Eastern Football Netball League. The player adjudged best on field is Zach Chuchkin. We now come to the presentation of the Premiership Team, the East Ringwood Roos. We start with number 1, Jason Yakub. Number 3, Bryce Younger. Number 4, Connor O'Brien. Number 5, Harry Bilo. Number 7, Michael Barracks. Number 8, Cade Bell. Number 9, Callum Copeland. Number 11 is Adam Markich Smith. Number 12, Billy Gleason. Number 13, Sam Fitzgerald. Number 14, Sam Nicholson. Number 15, Dante Ferraro. Number 16, Bailey Underwood. Number 17, Riley Williams. Number 18, Jordan Haas. Number 19, Joel Dacre. Number 24, Ranakai Llewellyn. Number 28, Ethan McAvoy. Number 31, Mitch Francis. Number 32, Riley Tucker. Number 34, Remy McLean.
Number 44, welcome back the best on ground, Zach Chiltkin. Number 48, Sam Griffiths. The off-field personnel, the two assistant coaches, Doug Gleeson and Adam Picker. The runner is Charlie Lawson. The team manager is Nat Ferraro. And the trainer is Mikey Rudolph. And finally, the captain, number 23, Charlie Olsen. And the Premiership coach, Sean Hullett.
Woo! Okay. Thanks, mate. Thank you. There it is. All right. No jokes. Thanks to the coaching staff and Montrose. You were great all year. You maintained that top position. You always brought so much to every game. Your defensive work. You had some great inclusions into your team in the last few weeks. And we knew that it was going to be a tough day today. So I'm happy for you guys. Well done. Have a good year next year. And well done to our boys too. Pretty good. Thank you. All right. A quick one for these lads here and the support and the help within our football club. Our football club is absolutely peaking at the moment. Full to the rafters. And then we turn around and we put our heads over the football, all that crappy talk that we say, get the hard ball, back him up, use your voice. And you did, and we kept structure, and you kept going, we got clearances, we exited well, held on late, and we won the grand final, yeah? Woo!
Well said, Sean. And now Premiership Cup and Premiership flag presentation to the Under-19 Division 1 Premiers, East Ringwood.
Cheer, cheer the blue and the white, honour thy name by day and by night, lift that noble banner high, shake down the thunder from